Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well and staying safe. It is currently weekend 4 of social isolation. I've just come downstairs, it's about 10:30. I didn't realise how late it was actually because normally I keep the curtains open so I wake up when it's sunrise. But today it was so dark and gloomy that I just didn't even realise it was 10 o'clock. So it was raining this morning, which I'm not too fussed about because it means that my garden got a bit of a watering, which I was meant to do today anyway, so that sorted that out. I think when the weather's nicer tomorrow, we might need to mow the lawn again so that it's all even. And I don't know if you've noticed, but our fences are still missing. Do you remember the storm in February? So basically we were meant to get some new fences and then this whole virus thing happened and then the weather just didn't really get better for a while and then it was locked down. So we couldn't source any fences or any fencing posts. So it's been like that since February, unfortunately. Although I've kind of gotten used to it now and I'm getting extra sunshine in the garden. So once the fences do go up, I'm wondering if it's just going to feel like a bit dark and gloomy again. But we'll see. Sadal is still sleeping. I've got his phone with me, so that if he does wake up, he's got nothing to fiddle around with and he'll have to come downstairs because I'm pretty hungry and I'd like to have breakfast. So plans for today is, firstly, I need to sort out this mess that we left behind last night before we went to sleep. I should really get rid of those balloons. It's been like over a month now, but they're still holding strong and reminding me that I've turned 30. Anyways, I think we're going to do a bit of DIY as well. I'll show you a bit later. But one of the doors had the paint stripping, so we stripped it properly and we're going to prep the wood in preparation to paint it tomorrow because I think the weather's nicer tomorrow so we can have the windows and doors open and then it will dry properly. So let me crack on with cleaning the living room and hopefully Sadal will wake up by then. Also, anyone wondering why I've got a yoga ball downstairs is because of this pelvic pain that I've been getting ever since I fell pregnant. So I went to physio that my midwife sent me way before all of this lockdown stuff happened, and we went through some exercises with the yoga ball. And basically I sit on this in the evenings if I'm watching TV and do my exercises, and it's really helpful. So if anyone's got any similar issues, I highly recommend. I've also got my E45 cream here that I slather onto my belly whilst I'm watching TV. Otherwise I kind of forget or I get a bit lazy when I go upstairs to bed. I just want to fall asleep, so I do that in front of TV. And why do you need to wear glasses the moment you wake up?
I'm watching TV.
Yeah, but you're meant to be making me breakfast, not watching TV.
When do we agree that?
I told you when you were sleeping you should have listened. I want me to make breakfast.
So cheeky.
What do you want? Do you want Turkish breakfast? Do you want beans on toast?
Do you know what? I'm not that bothered to be honest. So whatever you like.
Do you want a sandwich? Do you want cornflakes?
No, I definitely don't want cornflakes. That's for sure.
Come on, let's get up then, because I'm hungry.
All right.
And you need to strip the door.
Yeah.
Maybe we can paint a little bit upstairs though. And then we can still go for a walk because it's cold but it's not raining.
Yeah, let's see.
Let me just open the curtains for the kitchen. Get some sunshine. Shall I show them what is happening with our recycling situation thanks to
Oh shit, what am I doing?
Shall I show them? Basically, so I asked this guy to empty the recycling bin. Our recycling is down here. Look how full it is. Can you see? And he refused. So our recycling is now overflowing there and here. This needs to be cleaned out. Don't worry. We don't put dirty stuff into the recycling. And now today it's even worse weather. So what's going to be your excuse this morning?
No excuses.
Exactly. Can you empty the recycling at least so I can get on with tidying up the kitchen.
Alright, calm it.
Shut up.
Calm it, Ahmed.
There's potato waffles. And we've got eggs. We've got some cheese. We can make some salad.
Oh, there's
I
no
know what
beans.
we can have.
What?
You know when we cut like the potatoes into really, really small pieces?
I'll mix it with the egg.
And cheese.
Yeah. Do we have cheese? I think I bought cheese, didn't I? Oh yeah. That is banging!
Alright, let me crack on with that. We finally settled on what to make for breakfast. Let me show you. So this is our main part. It doesn't really look that appetizing when you look at it, but does it taste good?
It tastes banging.
So basically you just cut potatoes into cubes along with some onions and then fry them for a little bit in the pan first, and then crack some eggs into it at the end when the potatoes are cooked, and then just top it off with a bit of cheese. And then I just made some salad, and we've got a tea, and I've got like some cream cheese to eat with my bread as well. Quite simple, but we don't really have many ingredients left, so I think we need to go shopping tomorrow. We usually make use of the NHS hour at either Morrison's or Aldi, so I think we need to go tomorrow because my soy milk is finished and we need some more eggs at least. Before I go upstairs to get dressed, well, I don't need to actually get dressed. I don't think we'll be going out anywhere today, but I think it's just nicer for like mental health reasons to get dressed and just feel ready for the day. I'm just filling out a dispute form with my Barclay card. Basically, before the whole coronavirus outbreak, we booked tickets for a holiday in May. It was meant to be for like a baby moon, and it was going to be like a holiday for us before the baby arrived. But unfortunately, with the whole pandemic, the flights have been cancelled. So we're going to get a refund on our hotel because we booked that separately and that was refundable. However, when we contacted the company that provided us with the flights, they only offered us a 50% refund, or offered it to be converted to an open ticket, which is not really ideal for us because I'm due in July and I don't know when I'm going to be ready to fly again, or if we're going to be able to fly with the baby, and so that doesn't really work for me. So they didn't give me any other choice apart from going through the credit card company that I paid with, which is Barclay Card, and they've been great. They were really helpful. It's such a shame because I was really looking forward to the holiday, but thinking about what's going on around in the world and the people that are dying, the people that are becoming unwell, my problem is so trivial, and I'll just rebook it when things get better, and hopefully we will be travelling with our little pudding. I don't even know what to wear anymore these days. The only maternity stuff I've got is a pair of maternity leggings and maternity jeans, and I've just been basically wearing my old t-shirts on top, and some of them still fit and some of them don't. And at work I wear scrubs anyway, so I've not really had the need to buy maternity clothes. But then that means that I go around looking the same all the time. Anyways, so yesterday we had a load of baby stuff delivered. We weren't intending to buy anything until about 32 weeks, as in weren't really intending to actually even start looking for it. But with this whole lockdown happening, we wanted to get our order in before then, in case, for example, we were unable to get hold of a car seat that we wanted, which is the reason why we've got everything earlier than planned. And it was all delivered yesterday, and it's just made everything more real. So I'll show you here. This was our spare bedroom, which is now packed full of things. So we've got I think this is the wardrobe, the cot, and then I think that is the changing table and drawers. We've got our base for the car seat, and like the foot muff and everything, and the bag and the bath seat sort of thing. This is just our electric blanket that I washed the other day, so it's just drying off. Ignore that. And currently Sadal's working from home, so this is his setup here. It's all looking a bit messy, but hopefully once we assemble these in a couple of weeks it will look much better. And I'll show you the room that's going to become the nursery. So it's here. This room had pink curtains in it from before we found out the gender, and so it's basically worked quite well. We're going to keep them. Yesterday we noticed that the radiator was leaking, and when we lifted the carpet, the whole underlay and the floorboards were wet, but luckily it wasn't a major leak and we caught it quite early, so there's no permanent damage. We got our home insurance to come out from Halifax to basically sort that out. So the guy was very nice. He came, he stopped the leak, and I think it was just a part of the radiator that needed to be tightened or something that we weren't aware of. So thankfully it wasn't a big issue. So we basically left the carpet up like this for it to all dry before we lay it back down. But here we've got our stroller. So we went for the Oyster 3 with its car seat, and we've got the carry cot, and then we've got the next to me bedside cot as well. So even though we've got the cot to go into this room, she probably won't be using it for quite a few months because she'll be with us in our room in a separate cot that goes by our bedside. So this room is looking really messy as well. The thing is, it's a little bit too early to assemble things, and I don't want to just put them up and then leave it sort of collecting dust for months and months, because we've still got 3 months technically to go. But then I do want to sort of sort things out and make things look better whilst we are at home. So I don't know. Let me see. I think we'll leave it for this weekend, make sure the carpet's gone down, and then maybe next weekend, the weekend after, we'll start putting things together. But obviously I'll show you how it all looks. I need to buy paint as well. I've got some ideas for this wall. All of this will come down, obviously. These are our graduation photos that were originally in the living room, and our degree certificates. So that's all that needs to come away. I still haven't decided where they're going to go though, but we'll see. Anyways, let me get dressed. Right, I've put my hair up because it was doing all sorts of funny stuff. Please in the comments let me know of any good maternity clothing brands that you're aware of, because I'm usually the kind of person who likes to go out and choose my clothing, like by seeing it, by wearing it, by feeling the material, and I just can't be bothered with online shopping because it takes forever to come with all the delays and the deliveries that's happening, and it's just a hassle when you want to return things. So if you do know of any good brands that sell decent things that may even last until like postpartum, then please let me know in the comments because I'll be really interested. The leggings and the jeans that I have already are from New Look, and they're okay. They're like mid-range. They're nothing amazing. I don't want to spend too much because this is only like a temporary period, but then I don't want it to be like so super cheap that like I'm uncomfortable in it, if that sort of makes sense. So we started with our DIY stuff. I'm going to make a start on the skirting boards. So I've put masking tape along here and on the carpet, and I'll basically lay some old duvet cover or something to prevent the carpet from getting any paint. And Sadal is stripping the door a bit further, but I think he's getting a bit frustrated with how much stripping there is to do. But let me see. So basically, when our decorator painted this door and the door of the toilet downstairs, for some reason particular parts of it was like bubbling up, and then it ended up flaking, so it looked really bad. And these are the only 2 areas that had that issue, so we basically decided to strip the paint and get it ready for a new coat of wood paint. So I think that's going to take you a while, you know.
This looks like it.
But it's your fault for stripping areas that didn't need to be stripped.
No, I stripped everywhere that had the bubble, and
I need one of these, Oshkan, so...
yeah, I'll stop in a bit.
Okay. Anyways, I also want to make a bit of a snack later to bridge us over to dinner. Might make like some oat cookies, and we had some coffee that we made in the morning using our Nespresso machine, and we put it in the fridge ready for us to make some iced coffee frappe type thing. So I'll do that in a bit as well, but let me just finish off my prep and I'll try and do like a before and after. It's not too bad because they were only painted like 2 years ago, So hopefully the new paint shouldn't be like completely white and yellow contrast, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So Dale's decided to ramp up his DIY and use a heat gun instead to strip the paint off the door. Bear in mind he's never used one before and all of his ideas on how to use it are theoretical. So either I'm going to have a nicely stripped door by the end of it, or I'm going to have no door frame. Let's see.
The thing is, I can't even take this off because the screws around the door.
So much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's not as precise though, so you're gonna have to like strip the whole frame.
Yeah. You can't do half-hard with this, you leave it all on.
We'll just set off the fire alarm. Is that the fire alarm or smoke alarm?
It's the thing.
Is it a combination one?
No, this is the fire alarm. The smoke alarm's in the kitchen.
At least we know that's working. Right, so Sadal's gone out to get some milk because we've run out of milk, and so he's just gone to the corner shop quickly with his mask and everything on. I'm gonna make some cookies from oats. I thought I'd give you the recipe as well. Let me just get everything together and I'll run it through with you. I'm doing half the recipe because we just want like 3 or 4 cookies, but usually it's double this. So if you want about 6-7 cookies, you can double this recipe. So we have 1 banana that's ripe and we've mushed, some crushed nuts of your choice. I went with almond, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup or honey, and then you need 1 cup of oats. I just went for these ones that I picked up from Aldi, and then I'm going to put some chocolate chips in mine as well. And then for the middle, you need some dark cooking chocolate. So I'll show you how we do that. And then you basically have a baking tray ready to go in the oven to cook at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. I know my baking tray thing looks really pathetic right now, but it's only because it's for 3 cookies, so I didn't want to like take out a whole roll. Okay, so this is the mixture that we get. I'm just going to mix it a little bit with my hand as well, just to sort of soften up the oats. So we basically do it in 2 parts. We're going to do the bottom, and then we're going to put the 2 pieces of chocolate and then put a top part. So basically...
What type of chocolate do you use?
Dark chocolate. I've already showed them.
Oh, okay.
So I do the bottom like this, like a cookie. And then we get 2 pieces of the dark chocolate that we've broken up, and we place it in the middle and basically just like squish it down a little bit. And then we get another piece and then we put it on top to make it like a little sandwich with the chocolate in between, so that when it's all cooked and we're eating it, the middle bit is like gooey chocolate. So this is what the final thing should look like. So I think I should be able to get 3 or maybe 4 of these cookies from this mixture. Taking our coffee break at 6 p.m.
Oh, 10 to 6.
On your lip.
Look, check this out.
Is it nice?
Yep.
I think it needs to cool down a little bit more, but we're just getting a bit impatient. And we've got our frappes that I made using the Nespresso. It has like a cold setting that froths it up, which is really nice.
He's doing some wood filling.
How sick am I?
Yeah, you're a born decorator.
Maybe I should take this up as my second job. Or do it during mat leave. How did I know this was going to happen? So my paint pot was here and Sadal was using the hoover that was attached here, and as he pulled out the plug, this tipped over. Thankfully there's nothing on the carpet, but we've wasted quite a lot of paint. Anyway, so I'm just waiting for that to dry before we deal with it, because this is like an unused piece of cloth that I have for this purpose anyway, so it's okay. I don't know how we went from just stripping the door frame today to basically painting all the skirting boards for downstairs and turning the whole house into a tip. It just looks so messy. Can't wait to come down in the morning when everything's dried off to basically just put everything back together. We even took out the fireplace from there so we can paint the fireplace as well. Anyway, so I'm just waiting for Sadal to get out of the shower so I can shower as well, because I just feel really dirty and my hair's gone greasy anyway, so I need to wash that too. So that's what we got up to today. I hope you're all doing well, keeping safe. I know it's a really stressful time, but I'm hoping that things are going to get better soon. Anyways, I don't want to finish on a bad note. I enjoyed my day today. I'll be carrying on tomorrow, finishing off the DIY hopefully. And tomorrow is going to be better weather, so hopefully I can have the garden doors open, we can sit outside and maybe actually go for a walk as well in between doing all of this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Also follow me on my Instagram, which is the Junior Doc, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.